I'm back on the test server today to show you guys the brand new mode in Mech Arena, which is HANGAR SHOWDOwn here. This is basically a ranked mode for Mech Arena. It's very exciting, and it also has some awesome rewards, as you can see down here. So let's check it out. First up, you'll be put into a league based on how many stars all the mechs in your hangar combine, however many ranks they are. So I have 12 stars in my hangar right now, so I am put in League 3. League 4 and 3 are basically the early game. League 2 is 15 to 23 stars, which is a pretty big range. That's the mid game. And League 1 is 24 plus, and that's the final league. So there's some special conditions in each league. In League 4 and 3, pilots and mods are not counted in battle. In League 2, pilots are added, and in League 1, mods are added. So this helps because this is basically how progression in the game works. You get mechs and weapons first, then you start getting more pilots and implants, and then you finally get mods. Mods are the hardest to get. Right now, they're more of an end game feature. And this kind of says to me that Plarium wants to continue this trend that's been going on where mechs have to get to rank 6 before they can equip mods, which means you need to be in League 1 to actually use the mods. Plarium is reinforcing that thing they've already put in place. There's a battle score multiplier, so basically you'll earn score. You'll earn, in my experience, I've earned like about 100 points per battle. And then you get a multiplier depending on which league you're in. So I'm in League 3, so I'll get like about 200 then, but you get 500 down here. And then each league here, you can see the rewards get greater as you go on. And the most important of these rewards is the elite mod parts. This is Plarium's answer to everyone complaining about how elite mod parts are way too hard to get from the single daily objective. We had one event, and since then, it's literally just been that weekly objective. Sorry, I said daily. I meant weekly objective. So there's 100, and these are, again, these are refreshing every day. So HANGAR SHOWDOwn refreshes every day. It was about 5 hours ago for me on the test server here. And as you can see, as you unlock more leagues, so this, I'm in League 3, so now I can get the first of the elite mod parts. League 2 will get the other elite mod parts, and then League 1 is going to get even more implants. So if you grind and are very successful with your battles, since you can only go into 5 battles, you see up here these tickets, that's your limit. You only can get five tickets per day, and I believe you can buy more with A coins. So but yeah, you basically can only grind for a certain amount. It's unlike tournament. It's a limited amount. And there's some other very cool things in this mode. When you enter the battle, you'll see in a moment when I start a game, all of your items that are permitted in your league, so for me it's only mechs and weapons, no pilots or mods, they all get maxed out, so the playing field is even. This is huge. I mean, it is crazy. Obviously it's not going to be perfectly even because I have low rank mechs, so I can't equip like 2 nade launcher 10s or whatever on my Guardian, but it is a huge step in the right direction to make a competitive mode. And I believe, it doesn't state this in the information, but as far as I understand, this mode is supposed to be players only. So 2v2 is actually removed. You can see 2v2 and 5v5 are now gone. Even in a custom match, I can't go into these modes anymore. It is just CPC in here. And all of the 2v2 maps have been changed into HANGAR SHOWDOwn, so you can have a competitive 2v2 player mode, which you are competing for some great daily rewards and basically a new ranked mode. And as you level up your hangar, you'll get more and more rewards here, which is especially all of the pilots, so you can get into the next league here, and then mods, so you can get into the next league here. And that means daily you can be getting up to 100 elite mod parts, which is a huge, I mean, several times what we could have possibly gotten before. So let's go into battle and check out how it works, because the rules in these games are a little different than 2v2 used to be. Here we go, and all of our things get maxed out. Very cool. You can see the waiting time at the top is 80 seconds. You might have missed it there. HANGAR SHOWDOwn icon. So the waiting time is 80 seconds. It's going to be like that. Obviously, on the test server, we're just getting bots in here. But for the live server, we'll be able to, actually get players. I can see my teammates and enemies setups. So that way, me and my teammate can work together to coordinate our builds so that they work together. And we can also see exactly what the enemies have. Now, in each round of this mode, you can only spawn a single mech, alright? It's just one mech. It's one mech and you're out, right? Whoever gets 2 kills first is going to win. And you can see at the top, there's actually 5 rounds in this mode. So you can see these are all maxed out items. My fragment here is doing a lot more damage than normal. And these guys have a lot more HP than you'd think they would, considering I'm a max Tengu, right? We're all maxed out. So we won this first round because we got both of them killed, both of their single mech killed. So we have won. We need to get up to 3 points. So obviously there's 5 rounds at the top. You'll see again on the scoreboard there's 5 rounds, so it's a best of 5. And again, I can see my teammates thing to coordinate builds with my teammate, and I can see my enemies. So I know exactly what I'm fighting. Very interesting. And the round seems to be about, it looked like maybe a little less even than 1.5 minutes. Obviously you're only getting 1 kill, so that should be plenty of time. But I'm sure if a team only got 1 kill, it would only count as one. And the reason it's 5 rounds, again, these go pretty quick. If you can win all 3, obviously I'm fighting bots, so I usually just win all 3 of these rounds every time I've played, since, you know, bots are pretty easy to beat. But that means that these games go by pretty quick. They don't take too long, right? We've already just finished another round in about half a minute. It's not like a huge time commitment like tournament might be, which is great to see. I definitely think the format is really competitively focused, which is awesome to see from Mech Arena. As an endgame player, right, I've played thousands and thousands of battles in this game. I've played, I don't know, hundreds, probably multiple thousands of hours of Mech Arena. I have no idea, but I've certainly played a lot of the game, and sometimes it can get a little boring to, you know, it can get a little easy. The game can be a little bit easy for me, and this is going to be more of a competitive mode to play against other players, which I think is going to be awesome. I can't wait to see this on the live server. It looks amazing. Obviously, like, you know, we're going to get, you know, the elite mod parts are the big reward here. I'm sure a lot of players would want to see A-coins as a reward, but I actually think it's probably best they aren't in here, because those elite mod parts are something we've actually needed. I think the A-coin progression is a little bit low, but Plarium has been responding to that with the change to the pricing. So you can see, because we had it 2 times, I said we get about 100, so I got only 200 points from that, which means I could only get to about 1,000 with my 5 tickets, I would imagine. And that's another reason you can only unlock so many rewards. Let's see. So 1,000 would get me these fortune keys, maybe up to this. Maybe I could get to 1,200, but I can't get the elite mod parts without spending more A-coins on tickets. So that's not great to see. I'm not sure exactly how it'll be on the live server, but especially because I'm like getting the kills. I assume the kills give me a couple more points. They don't seem to be that important, like getting the kills specifically. You can see here though, we can each see, like me and my teammate can see each other's builds, so we can synergize together. Like, say, I'm an Eclipse, maybe he wants to be a Nomad to counter enemy Eclipse, or whatever. I also like the fact that because it's just a single mech each, it's very possible to kill 2 enemy mechs with just one of yours, which means that the solo clutch potential here is insane. Obviously, again, I'm playing at spots, so this is not a good example of this mode, because as far as I understand, it's just a players-only mode, which is, you know, great, right? But it means, like, you know, say my teammate goes down early, I still have a potential to clutch the round, which would make for some awesome, you know, exciting gameplay, right? And just the fact that, you know, when you're entering into this queue, you know you're going to be playing fully against players. It's just awesome to see, honestly. It's much more exciting and very appealing to me. Let me know what you guys think of it in the comments. Would you rather just fight against bots for your resources? Obviously, that would be easier, but I think that fighting against players for some really great resources, especially the elite mod parts, that's a lot more appealing to me personally, and it's fun to think that there will be a mode I can enter to intentionally queue against players, which is something that a lot of people have been asking for a long time. A lot of players just want to see actual PvP combat instead of fighting endless waves of bots in all the CPC matches. Now, there is one thing, obviously I showed that 5v5 and 2v2 have basically been removed from the game. Obviously the maps are here, but the 5v5 maps, I think they're still going to be, both of those modes are still going to be like in tournament, so they'll be tournament exclusive. Obviously, CPC is by far the most popular mode. Most people don't like normally play 5v5, but I'm sure some people like to, and there were a lot of cool 5v5 maps. So on one hand, it's a little sad that we're seeing like those maps and modes being gone, like left in the past basically. But it's also kind of feels good that we are getting a it'll be more exclusive to tournament. It'll be more exciting for tanking in this mode. There's definitely some potential for tanking. I hope the devs have kind of put some defenses against that so that doesn't happen. The problem with the way that people will tank basically is by manipulating their league stars. Sorry, I'm trying to remember all the new terms. Like, let's say I have a rank 6, I don't know, rank 6 Nomad, well, I guess there's not rank 7, rank 6 Nomad, max out Nomad, right? And then I put a bunch of like rank 2 stuff. So then I think that, I mean, according to what the rules are right now, that would work as tanking. Maybe I'll try that in the next game just to see if it works. Because in theory it would work, but I don't know. I guess against bots it's probably not accurate. So we'll have to wait until the live server. I hope that that's not possible to put in like, you know, a 6-star thing and then 3 2-star things. So then you're at the same. I mean, I have 12 stars right now. That's only 12 stars, even with a max Nomad, which would be very unfair, right? Obviously against some, you know, like rank 2 stuff that's going to be uncommon, maybe rare items. That seems very unfair to me, obviously. So I hope that's not possible. If it is, that's going to cause some problems, but you do have to have 4 mechs in your hangar to play this mode, which is even more than deathmatch had, so that's definitely a bonus. it's gonna help be like some of a preventative. I think you have to pay Acoins to refresh your tickets if you want to get the full reward. So it looks like you might be paying some Acoins. So maybe I'll play 2 more games and then see how many Acoins I actually have to pay. But let's switch to a higher rank hangar. So as you see right there, I put in more stars and now I'm in League 2. All right, everything is maxed out. Here we go. So I was talking about tanking, and the fact that the tier stars could, or the league stars could be manipulated. But another thing that's in this mode that kind of prevents people from tanking is the fact that you have to use a different mech each round. So once I use, you might not have noticed, I didn't talk about this before. Once I use the seeker, I can't. Oh, the spawns are different. I can't use the seeker again until like in this entire match. I'm gonna have to use something else. Oh gosh, I'm getting destroyed. This is not good. Oh no, my teammate's by himself. But yeah, since I can't use the seeker again, if I was tanking with it, I could have like easily destroyed people for 1 round. But because I can't use it the next round, I need something good to use the next round. So that's probably going to prevent most tanking. People will try, but we'll have to wait and see kind of what happens. Hopefully it's going to be some positive progression. Obviously the rewards probably don't look very appealing to you guys. I think a lot of people might be even disappointed with the rewards. But I'll just say this. It's more than we had before. We're not losing anything, okay? So I wouldn't complain. The progression for mods is basically now being implemented. I do think that this is coming late though. I think the devs worked hard on this and they've really thought it through. I think it will be a pretty solid, like genuine competitive mode. I think it looks really solid. It looks very fun to play. I'm very excited to play this. The devs are trying to balance things out so it's more fair and more competitive for more players, right? Maxing out everything, had to have a full meta hangar with full mods, it's basically impossible. But now you can just buy level 1 mods and not even upgrade them if your goal is to play just in this competitive mode for those increased daily resources. Let's see, some other things I didn't mention yet that are a little less important. You're not going to get pilot XP in this mode. So obviously in this mode you don't need pilot XP because all of your pilots are max. So for this mode's like progression, it's fine. You just buy a level 1 pilot and it works as a max pilot. But that means you're going to have to play the normal mode to level up your pilots normally, which isn't great, but I can understand it. It's only a couple battles a day. Remember, you only have 5 tickets, so you can't do that much. And obviously, it makes sense you can't earn XP because your pilots are already max, so they can't gain any more XP from this mode. But also, the achievements aren't going to be earned in this mode, which I don't know if that's a great choice. I feel like achievements seem pretty valid in this mode. The difference is just that everything gets maxed out. So let's see how much does it cost. I haven't seen this yet. How much is it going to cost to refresh these? Oh, I can't. So I guess I don't know. I guess on the test server you can't see. Oh, 10 Acoins. Okay. Spend Acoins to battle again. So it looks like you can just play another 5 with more Acoins. So I would have to spend 50 Acoins to get 50, maybe 100 of these. Okay, that seems all right. Fine conversion rate. So it's going to be kind of spending Acoins to get the higher level rewards, but these are arguably worth it, especially these mod parts. Maybe not even these. So it's going to be, let's see, I'm in League 2. League 1, it's going to be a lot easier for the 5 times multiplier to get those 2 epic mod parts, which makes sense because then you can unlock mods. And here you're getting a lot more pilot marks, implant parts right here in this area. So anyways, that was the new Hangar Showdown ranked mode for Mech Arena. Very exciting to see a new competitively focused PvP mode with some great rewards that fit well into the progression of the game, helping with specifically pilots and implants and especially mods. I think great for free to play and paying players, right? All those players are going to be benefited, and it's going to be cool to see this competitive mode. So if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like if the video is helpful and you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I really appreciated it. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and I'll see you in the next one.